Alright, so today I'm going to talk about the one of my favorite planes is the Globemaster for Xplane, but it's an older airplane, and I had this issue with the ATR 72 500, and that's with it having an old FMC and just not working well in Xplane. So you can do this with a lot of planes. You can do this. It's really easy to use Plane Maker to update the flight management system in your plane. So if you're going to be using the default FMC, I always recommend getting Web FMC. Find the link here. So the Web FMC free allows you to use the default FMC in the default FMC on a tablet or on your phone, anything that's a web browser. You can turn it into a FMC. I use it on a small, an older first generation iPad that I got for just like $30, or is it the third? I think it's like a third or second generation iPad Mini. So yeah, you just go. You can get it off the org. It's completely free. Now some planes aren't supported, but most of those planes are planes that have like custom FMCs, and you can use the free with a lot of planes. I have the Pro, and you can pay for the Pro. I think the Pro was like $20 or $15 or something like that, and it just increases the compatible airplanes that you don't really have to do anything to get it to work. But like you see here, you can use it on your phone. It's a really good program to just have the FMC by itself. So if you have an old plane, it's really simple. You're going to go to your Xplane folder. So for me, I have mine just on my C drive, games, Xplane. And here in the Xplane folder, you're going to scroll down, and you should have Plane Maker. Let's see, where is it at? Yeah, Plane Maker. You can open up Plane Maker, and see, I get this warning because the last plane I opened up was the Globemaster. And again, this works in pretty much any older plane that you want to update. And it's going to tell you that the FMC GPS system is out of date. Now, some planes, like the ATR 72, you're going to have to actually download a demo of the Xplane 10. And this is for some really old planes like Xplane 8, Xplane 9 planes. And you're going to have to go in there and tell it to use the new FMS system. And then you're going to come in here into Plane Maker and add it in. So here we have the Globemaster. And as you can see, it's... So what you're going to do is you're going to come up here to Standard. And you can do 2D panel or 3D panel, and it really depends on your plane, because this plane, if you go to 2D panel, it doesn't show anything, but if you go to 3D panel, it shows you all your gauges, and that's what you need right there. So on the left are the gauges that you can add, on the right are the gauges that are already added. So for this guy, you can easily come up here, and next to 2D panel, there's a little deal that tell you that says has a frowny face. That tells you that these items aren't going to work. So for this one, it's the FMC and the attitude indicator. So what you can do is you can click on the old FMC here, and this one it doesn't pop up, but you can easily go here to FMS screens, and it'll tell you it's this one right here, MCD BG1. And so what you want to do is really just get rid of it. So you go to the scissors here and cut the selected instrument. Plain and simple. And that'll take care of that issue. Now what you're going to do is now you need to drop in the newer default FMC or FMS, however you want to call it. So you're gonna go here, and it's a pain in the butt to find. You think it would be under like navigation or something like that, or nav displays, but actually for the Xplane, it's under radios. So you go to radios, and under radios you'll see GPS FMS. And you click on the arrow there, and what you want is the CDU 79 screen. Right? And literally, you can just drag it into the display. It's not dragging for me. Come on, get in there. I have to drag it here. Of course, now it doesn't want to work. Why the hell is it not working? Ah, there we go. You got to make sure to drag it directly into this box here. And the main thing you want to do is you want to get it to fit. So right now, this is the area I want it to be, but it's a little bigger. So what you can do is you can come down to the size here, and most planes, they do on the size, they do 0.75. So 0.75, and boom. And then you can just move it up and into that area. So now you've got that FMC display, and you want to put it on top. So there we go. So then you want to move it up in priority. So with this one, it has this weird green screen here, so you want to put it up to the top of the priority so it's not covered by that screen. And by adding that in, and you want to make sure you have a power source for it. So for this one, you want to say it's going to be on bus 1. So this way, when you add power, it's going to add power to everything and act like a regular system. And when you're done, you're just basically going to hit save. I already have it saved, and that's it. Alright, so here we are in Globemaster now, and we're going to look at our FMC here. And as you can see, it's no longer the typical green ones like the old one was. It's now a black screen with the standard FMC. Now, if you do the 2D panel, you can have it pop up. I have the pop-up disabled because I do all my flying in VR. So if you start messing with it in VR, then it pops up and gets weird, messes up my recordings and all that good stuff. But as you can see here, I'm using Web FMC on my tablet, and I'm controlling it via my tablet, which allows me to have that extra plane. I don't have to look down and to see what's going on in my flight management and all that stuff. So let's say we're going to KNZY, and I don't know, let's say we're going to LAX. So KLAX. And it works just fine, you know. Now in the Globemaster, the letters work, and some of the default stuff here works, but especially in older planes, you can't guarantee that the buttons will all work. Like in the ATR, the buttons don't work, so you just have to use the pop-up or use, you know, the Web FMC in order to get it to working. Even with the Globemaster, a lot of the letters and stuff work, but you know, some of the buttons and stuff don't work. You see? So it's best to just use that Web FMC. That's where it comes in handy, and you have that extra display. And you can use any tablet. You can use a cheap tablet, you can use an expensive tablet, and as long as you can connect to the internet, it works. It doesn't have to be a iOS or anything fast or any of that stuff. Like I said, I use an old iPad mini for my Web FMC. So that's how you update to an older plane to work with the new FMC, and it works just like any other. It allows me to put in flight plans and approaches and departures where the stock older FMC from this one didn't allow me to do that. So if you guys have any questions, go ahead, feel free to leave a comment. I'll see what I can answer. You know, if you've done it on any other planes, feel free to post it up. You know, let's see how you got it. If you were able to get the panel, replace the panel, and get that looking good. You know, I'm not an expert at this stuff. This is just some basics to get your old planes going. Yeah, I'd like to see that. All right, so I'll talk to you guys later.